I'm going to make a short recording for you showing you how I log into Blackboard and navigate around the site. I'm going to open Google Chrome. Remember that Explorer does not work well with your My Reading Lab, so if you're using Explorer you want to update another browser or upload another browser such as Google Chrome, Safari. If you use a Mac, Safari, you need that one, or Firefox, one of the other ones. Okay, I have set Fresno City College bookmarks. I'm going to click on my bookmark, and when I get to the home page I'll use the quick links up here. If you go all the way down, that also takes you to email. Click on Blackboard. There's a link to Blackboard. When your home page for Blackboard comes up, your announcements will be in the middle. Don't open your class through the announcements because it'll limit you to that. Go over to your courses, find your English 126, click on that link, and it will open to the announcement page. Each week by late Sunday you'll get new assignments, and you'll also have the upcoming week's assignments as well in the future. You have 3 categories that we're working on right now. You have the materials that are contained in the links on Blackboard. So if it's over here or listed under Blackboard, you're going to click on these left blue links to find the materials and more specific directions. My newspaper is here. Let me pause. Okay, My Reading Lab, your directions are in a link to the left for that. I'll click on that in a little bit. And the other category here is your textbook. So it's due next week. It tells you to go ahead and write the answers in chapter 1 and be ready for a very short quiz. It's an important chapter to read. I'm really not going to check on Monday if you have written on the pages. But do definitely read it. It will set up the whole semester. Okay, I'm going to start going over to the links on the left. We'll go to the Netiquette first, and it's in the content folder. Wherever you have a blue underlined link, you click on that. Sometimes it'll open directly, and sometimes it'll load it to the bottom of the page and bottom of your screen, and you'll have to click on it. So you read over this before you post in the discussion board. This is polite online dialogue. Notice it says typing in all capital letters indicates shouting. If you've been texting, you're probably aware of that feeling and some of the rules for etiquette. I'll close that one. Let me go back to the announcements just to refer to where I'm coming from here. And the other thing you have to do online is your discussion board. So I'm going to go up to the left, go to the discussions. Blackboard's a little difficult and quite a few links for using the discussion board. Read the whole direction, and if you notice down at the bottom here it says to begin, click on the blue link. Let's meet the class. So in this case I went ahead and opened a forum for the discussion and then gave you an example of my response, and you're just going to reply to that. Okay, so you shouldn't be creating your own thread in this case. Here's my response here. I'm going to open it up, and what I did is I gave you an example here. A nice way to open everything is to click on all. You'll see all of the students' responses come under here as they start posting. Monday, Wednesday has to get with it here. No one's posted. And then I click on collect. It's a nice trick to get everything open. Okay, here's my example. And my first direction post was here. So it says to add your response, click reply next to the forum title at the top left of the page. Need these pop-ups. If I go back to the first page, Okay, here it is, reply. This is where you're going to put your reply. If you put it in the wrong place, don't worry about it. But it's nice if it's in the right place because it's easy for everybody to find. Okay, here's those directions. And then you're going to put your reply here. If Blackboard times out, you will lose everything you typed, electric goes off, whatever it is. So I suggest that you put side-by-side work maybe with Word. I'm going to open Microsoft Word here. And I'm going to make the screen, I already had the screen smaller. If it came up full size so you can drag it, I tend to work side by side with my Blackboard open and my word processing open. You just have to use these bars to adjust your page. The other thing, Blackboard, when you paste from Word, will get sometimes these weird symbols because it's using a HTML web-based language and Word is not. So sometimes it will be a little bit odd when you paste in. So I'm going to start typing on the right. If I make a mistake, like spelling my name wrong, at least then I have the chance to correct it. You might not notice you're making mistakes when you're typing directly on Blackboard. I'm going to copy it and then come back over here. I can make it big again if I want. And I'm going to paste it. Okay, when you're done, you click on Submit. You can delete or edit as long as no one, you can edit any time, but as long as nobody has responded to your post, you can also delete it. Okay, so now there's an extra one under here. Everybody's will say RE, but it'll have your name on this side. So if I collect them now, this is how you read everybody's responses. Here it comes up. Now if you're replying to an individual student, you would click on reply over here. Here's my last one. You can also, on your site, if you open your own post, so I'm going to open the one I just made that only has 3 words. I can open that post, pull it down here, and I can edit my own. And I can also delete my own as long as nobody has posted to it. So I'm going to go ahead and delete that one. Okay? That's how you get into the discussion board. Going back to the announcement page then, I'll show you my reading lab and we'll be done. My reading lab, when I first click on the link on Blackboard, kind of scares me. It looks like it's not going to go there, but then it ends up working. So if it does that to you, try again and I think it'll work. Okay, here I'll click on the home page. Be sure to read everything else that's been in there. This is what this has been doing. The page is in Estonian. That's lovely. So I'm going to close that out and try it one more time, and I think it works. There it is. Now for you, when you go to sign in, it knows that I have an account because it has cookies set. It'll have create an account for you. So keep in mind your screen will look different. I'm going to go ahead and log in. When you create your account, make a short username because that's the piece that you're going to be typing in regularly. Oh shoot. I change my passwords so frequently I forget them. When you go in, you're not going to see all these classes. I have several. You're going to go directly to this page. This is the home page. There's a calendar up top. This is where I posted the announcement. Another browser check. Keep in mind if it's not working right, you don't have something set up on your computer right. And then here's the time means due date. They probably give you a little suggestion on what you should be doing before this due date if you haven't done it yet. You can go into the assignment by clicking right on these links that are due. But I think the easiest way is to look at your schedule, and from your schedule, excuse me, you can click on this access your learning path, either place here, and look at your schedule. The outlining and mapping is due. So you click on that. This is the whole schedule here, outlining and mapping. And then here's your due dates. This will show how many attempts you have and your score. So if there's no due date, it's optional. It may be helpful. Notice that this post-test, I wouldn't suggest doing it yet. You only get one chance, and it's 75% of the total My Reading Lab grade. It's later because the upcoming modules will help you with that one. So if I click on the overview here, this is what it's going to look like. It's actually very, very short. If you want to get graded on it, you have to click Submit. It's actually going to give you full credit. Please actually read it. I can go back to the learning path by clicking on this button over here. I can go back to the course home. It's pretty hard to do anything wrong once you're in this program. If you click in the wrong place, just go back and go again. I think it's really very self-explanatory. If I click on that now, it'll actually show that I have completed one of the modules. See this? So, and review, I can look at it again. Okay, I'm going to go back to my Blackboard page. The assignment schedule is down here, by the way. This is the one I gave you the first week. And notice the due dates. Notice this overview is the model practice, overview model practice, 25% of your grade. Your post-test, that's the big grade. Read the extra information about due dates and such. Okay, I hope that gets you into Blackboard and gets you off to a good start. Frequently when I put in an announcement, I will email it to you. I may email other things, so make sure you're checking your SCCCD email. There we go. Bye-bye.